trip today is from Ohio to Illinois, only 3 states. We're in Ohio. We just left in the morning. It's about 7:45 or so, and let's see what the day is upon us.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is.
So, what's the day today and what's our tour? Okay, we currently are on Interstate 80, and let me show you on the map where it goes to. So that is Cleveland. We are south of Cleveland, Ohio, in Statesboro. We started there. We go Lake Erie alongside here in Lake Erie. Then we passing Toledo on the south. Then there's a little church in the middle of Indiana. That is West Unity. Then we go to Indiana again. There's a supercharger in Chesterton, which is directly at the Lake Michigan. That is east of Chicago. Oops, again, east of Chicago. And then we have a small charge in Dwight, Illinois. And we are already in Illinois. And then we are staying here in this little town close to Peoria. Yeah, that's where we're going. And you're with us, and let's see what comes at the end of the day. Wow, that happened the first time that the navigation system exited us
1,000 feet,
one
turn
early.
left onto County Road 15.
And so this is a tollway. So if you exit one early, you pay the toll, and then it tells you that, oh, you gotta go back on the tollway and then pay
Now
toll
turn
again.
left onto County
And so
Road 15.
okay, and then you have to take a country road, what we're doing now, here, between the cornfields, and driving a country road to the supercharger, and that's probably a couple of miles, 10 miles on the left side. So quite funny, well, not so funny. So that got really tricky. So the supercharger, where is that? West Unity. So there are 2 of them. One of them is in direction to the west, and one of them is direction to the east. So we got navigated to the supercharger in direction to the east, so the opposite direction. So we exited out and then tried to get to the supercharger in charge there, but that what only possible is for employee parking, because it was all fenced, and it's all fenced because they don't want you to exit or go to the supercharger and exit there without paying any toll. So we paid the $15.50 toll there, right? And there's no way, because they are included in the toll system, those superchargers, that they can go to exit from there. You can only charge there, eat something there, and then keep going. So, and now we are going all around and going 10 miles, 10 or 20 miles about, going all around there. It's like this to come to the supercharger on the right side, right? Okay. Good that we had enough in there. Now we ending up there with 17% when we start charging. Yep, we charged our way pretty quick and had our breakfast in that one of the restaurants there, quick breakfast, and that was it. And we are coming very soon to the border from Ohio to Indiana. And I hope I catch that, because now there are markers for that on the map. And then we are crossing the first border for today. Yeah, the next supercharger, and the landscape has not changed. It's quite boring to drive through the Midwest. If we are trying to catch something interesting, but it is just one farm after the next one. And now in Indiana, it's about the same way. So here's another farm. All right, so we are coming to the next supercharger, to Rolling Prairie, and I found out now what the tricky thing is on those superchargers on the highway, especially when it's toll road. So there are two of them, one in each direction. So if you see the entire map and you click on them, then you might get the one which is in the wrong direction. So you have to be really zooming all the way in, and then you can see on the highway, there's one of them is direction west and the other one is direction east. And from the name, it doesn't say that either. So if it would say in the name direction east or direction west, then you would find out, yeah, okay, that's the right direction. So that's the right supercharger. So if you click on the wrong one, the navigation system gets you to the next exit, turns around and brings you to the supercharger when you add it as a waypoint, where brings you to that supercharger, to the wrong one. So that's what I found out. Now I zoomed in all the way and I got to the right supercharger. And that's the tricky thing. And I think that's why the navigation failed the last time. The highwayman hit us again here from Indiana before we are leaving the state. I got cashed in. The card reader was not even working, and so we have to give him cash. Okay, so you cannot even financing your own caching system. I don't understand that. No, okay, so we're gonna be very close, 8 miles away from the border, and that's where we're going. Maybe I'm catching a border sign. Last time I wasn't that successful in Indiana. Oh, we are back on the highway. We had to do a little detour from 90 to 94 because there was a high construction zone. And when once we exited, we just were 1 minute on the highway, exit again and took $2.50 and paid the highwayman again. And yeah, that's how it is here in the Middle East. They're taking it from the living people. Okay, we got a little bit off-road and we are going this way towards St. Louis for a short time. Oh, I just saw a Tesla on a flatbed. I think it's got delivered. It has also those California sticker. So they probably travel quite far when they are in the Midwest here. So they got those stickers on each of the sides, those ugly California HOV lane stickers. Yeah, and we just crossed another river. I'm gonna write it down what it is. Okay, last supercharger for 5 minutes, probably a little bit longer, because I didn't want to arrive with 6% at the destination hotel. And we're going to stay there, and some special is there. There's also the old Route 66, where famous motorcycle driving, because that's the way now going south from Chicago, where the Route 66 started, and then all across the Midwest and Kansas and so on. Also passing New Mexico, Arizona, and so on. And there is an old gas station there, and maybe I can catch some pictures. Okay, here we go. We are standing in front of the Route 66. That's probably the beginning of the Route 66. And you know, the beginning all the way is in Chicago and the end is in Los Angeles. And it goes through my state as well. Yep, that was the old Route 66 gas station, or is the old Route 66 gas station in Dwight, Illinois. And to your surprise, they even have a level 2 charger there, what you see. And to your non-surprise, a gasoline car is parking on that spot. So I got ice there on that Route 66 gas station. Yeah, I told them that we have also quite a few Route 66 points in Arizona as well. Oh, the poor guy who transported the Tesla on that single Tesla with a flatbed, he got stopped by the police, probably driving too fast with the trailer. So we already arrived at our location and quickly checked in, got rid of the luggage in the room, and then we now have a little excursion into Peoria. But that's not Peoria in the suburbs of Phoenix, that's Peoria, Illinois. And that's where we're going. Yeah, this is the Illinois River. Pretty big, I didn't expect that. And it goes all the way down until it ends up in the Mississippi to New Orleans. And here is a museum and also a submarine memorial for the submarines built in Chicago, Illinois, and transported all the way down the Illinois River, sometimes in some cases with special barges which are floating because the river is only, I think, 7 feet deep. Okay, it is the end of the day finally, and we had a nice excursion on the Illinois River, and there are some stories with this, and we had a nice dinner there and did a little walk through downtown Peoria, and then we returned, so we accumulated actually 22 miles more. And let's go to the statistics for the trip today. 555 miles, 196 kilowatt used, 353 watt per mile. Oh, we're driving a little bit quicker than usually, and as I said, 22 miles more, it's only 533. And I did a car wash just right now, and because it's important, so we can watch through again. So when I show you some more pictures. And that was it for the day. That was actually day 2, and we are now in Illinois, close to Peoria, and charging 48 amp 200 volt on 7 hours to full. And then tomorrow we continue the trip with the full car again. Cool. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.